Hello, Evan and Olivia. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. This is me, obviously, up on the roof, poking down through that main sewer stack with the wonky sleeve cover there that needs to be replaced. As we drop down, I will pass through some roots here coming up, or not roots, I'm sorry, some cobwebs that'll muck up my camera lens. Eventually I'll clear it off. I am running some water in there in the pipe from the kitchen sink. That'll clear things off here in a moment. The drop down is roughly about 30 feet till we go horizontal. There's a fair amount of stuff in the pipe. It's obvious just looking at the overall kind of the haze on the pipe, the clarity of the water, obviously the junk that's accumulated there at the bottom of the pipe, that this pipe has not been cleaned off or cleaned in a fairly long while. Cast iron is rough on the inside. It's very coarse, especially as it ages. You can see the buildup on the sides and on the bottom. That's the transition to clay right there. But cast iron is rough and it will catch stuff. So it does tend to accumulate. Normally not to the point where it's going to create a big backup or a dam or anything like that. Normally that happens in clay when you get roots growing in at the connection points. You do have some roots in this pipe, especially towards the end. Nothing that I would say would be alarming, but you have some, and that with coupled with the idea that it's relatively dirty in the cast iron section, I would. And I'll put this in the written report. I'll definitely recommend that the pipe be cleaned sometime in the near future. So as we push out, there's some roots right there. As we push out, nothing crazy when it comes to any kind of damaged section or anything that's really out of the ordinary, other than just normal corrosion in the cast iron section, some minimal root growth, more coming up right here, in the clay section, and then just some kind of wacky bugs here and there. You'll see towards the end there's a guy that jumps on the camera lens, somewhat on the gross side, but what are you going to do? You're in a sewer pipe. There's that final step down to the city connection coming up here in just a second. One more section of cobwebs. There we go. That's the city connection. Yeah, you made it all the way through 143-ish feet. Creepy bug right there climbing on the lens. I'm going to get some disinfectant wipes at this point, and as I pull back, I will clean off my cable. Feel free to watch the return trip if you want. As always, please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns.